Alright boys, in this video I want to break down how we use content and our content strategy that I'm using, that I'm teaching all my clients, that we're all using in 2024 to sell high-ticket coaching offers for upwards of $6,000. Okay, for proof, here's one of our clients selling 6.5k through the DMs. Okay, this content strategy works, and I can guarantee you that this video will be more valuable than any paid course or program that you've ever been in terms of the detail that I'm going to go in here. Okay, I'm going to teach you literally everything from the ideation to the scripting to how it fits into the overall picture to how to even determine your messaging and how to make your content align with your messaging and your brand message so that it feels authentic while still converting super well. I've looked across YouTube and you will not find a single video that is more detailed in terms of the amount of information that I'm going to cover across the entirety of YouTube when it comes to content strategy for coaches or for any online business in general. Okay, and the reason why I'm able to do that is because I don't sell information. Okay, my business does not run on information on courses whatsoever. All right, but it runs on the done for you implementation of these strategies. So I can give absolutely everything away. Okay, that is the one advantage that I have, and that is exactly why I'm going to use it. All right, that is exactly why I'm giving everything away in this video, and I'm not going to be holding anything back. All right, as you can see, this video is hella long, but it's also going to be the only video you ever need when it comes to getting clients with content. This information is the exact same information that all my clients get, and my clients are crushing right now. Okay, Antonio, as I mentioned, 6.5k through the DMs, scaling from complete zero to 20k a month in our first month working together. Okay, with a brand new business. Colton, booking calls for $7. Jeff signing high-ticket clients for his fitness coaching offer. Adam, same thing, 1.8k after going 2 to 3 months without signing a single client after we just repositioned his offer and told him to start posting content a little bit differently. Okay, he closed a 1.8k PIF immediately, like next week. Here, another 2k from Adam, another 2k from Adam. We hit 10k a month in our first 4 months in business. Here's screenshots for proof, and then obviously there's way more, but I don't want to waste time on that. I'm just going to get straight into the actual content and the meat of this video. All right, what we're going to cover today is where we will be posting and why. Okay, then we're going to go over how content fits into the bigger picture so you can understand not just the content, but how to actually turn the eyeballs that you get into cash. Then we're going to cover the detailed Instagram strategy. Then we're going to cover the detailed YouTube strategy. Okay, that is the plan for this video. So buckle up and let's get straight into it. All right, because this is going to be a good one. So first of all, where we will be posting and why. All right, out of all of the social media platforms that exist on the face of the earth, two are clearly superior to me. Okay, and that is Instagram and YouTube. And here's why. First, why Instagram? Okay. First of all, it is the amount of users. Okay, if you look at the most used social media platforms worldwide, number one is obviously Facebook. Okay, then you have YouTube, which is one of the platforms we're using. WhatsApp, which isn't even really, social media. You don't really post content there. Then you have Instagram straight away. Okay, and then TikTok, which is the next best, is like 800 million active users behind. Okay, plus it doesn't have all the other perks that I'm gonna go over in a second. All right, and the only platform that beats it really is Facebook. Okay, but Facebook is dead. All right, organic reach is completely ass on Facebook, and mostly old people use it. I hate to buy into that stereotype. However, if you are a coach who's working online, most of your clients are going to be younger because you're selling in the online world. So you want to be in a place where those sort of people reside. And those people reside mostly on Instagram, okay? And then Facebook is obviously also dying, okay? If you look at the user growth rate, year by year, it is going down continuously, okay? Whereas Instagram is catching up and it's on a really nice upwards trajectory. You want to position yourself on Instagram, okay? Plus, Instagram is the only platform that allows you to constantly get in someone's face with stories. Okay, we'll cover stories in depth later, but for now, you gotta know it's insanely powerful. If you look at guys like Wes Watson, dude's printing like 3 to 4 mil from Instagram every single month. And as you can see, his stories are absolutely packed. Okay, because stories work. I want to show you how to leverage stories later on in this video. But for now, all you need to know is that you want to use Instagram just for the story capacity. Okay, with stories come story highlights, which is also super underutilized and super powerful element of Instagram. You can immediately establish authority, redirect people to your YouTube, show your client results, show all your testimonials, show that people know that you are actually worth listening to. TikTok doesn't really allow you to do that. Facebook doesn't really allow you to do that. I think I haven't really been that active on Facebook because it's completely dead. But Instagram does it in a way like no other platform does. Okay, it allows for easy one-on-one conversations through DMs. All right, TikTok and Facebook do not have that capability. On Facebook, you need to send out friend requests before you're able to DM someone. On TikTok, DMs are complete ass. Nobody answers them. If you're on ads to get DMs on TikTok, you're not going to get a single response. Okay, you're going to get people opting in and wanting the asset that you're giving away in the ad, but you're not going to be able to start a conversation with them. They're going to ghost you straight away. Okay, and then lastly, Meta is the most powerful advertising engine on Earth right now. Okay, they literally have 3 billion daily users and much more weekly and monthly. All right, and since we're going to be most likely running ads, because that is the way that you scale, organic reach is overall pretty dang dead. Okay, we're going to want to use the advertising engine at some point. If not right now, at some point we're going to want to use it. Okay, there's no better engine than Meta. And then you may be asking, why YouTube? Once again, very simple. No other platform is specifically designed for long form content, which is king right now. Okay, if you're not posting long form, look at literally all these guys. Why are they posting long form? Because it is the future. Okay, short form isn't enough anymore. YouTube is king when it comes to content right now. Okay, it's a search engine. Literally, people go on YouTube to have their problems solved. All right, when you're on YouTube, you're looking to have a problem solved. You're not just scrolling Instagram or TikTok. Okay, you actually want a problem solved, and YouTube has way more qualified buyers, way more qualified people just on it. Okay, it's a way different state of mind when you're watching YouTube than when you're watching Instagram. Okay, and the leads are way high quality on YouTube. And then 3 is you gotta ask yourself, have you ever bought a multi 4-figure program or service without the person posting on YouTube? Maybe you did, but for the most part, you're probably buying from the people who are actively posting on YouTube. Okay, and if you look at everybody who's printing right now, the big gurus, as you call them, they're all posting on YouTube. Okay, and there's a reason for it. All right, and now that we know the platforms that we're going to be posting on, we got to cover how content fits into the bigger picture and how we're actually going to turn the eyeballs that we get into cash. Okay, how the whole entire funnel works. All right, we have to cover this because without strategy behind what you're doing, you are wasting your time. All right, too many coaches are just posting reels on Instagram without a plan and hoping that these viewers will somehow build their businesses for them. Okay, businesses aren't built on views, they're built on customers. And you got to have a strategy to turn those viewers into customers because they're not just going to convert on their own. Okay, you got to give them a little bit of a push. All right, and this is what the strategy is going to be about. All right, content isn't self-sufficient for getting clients. All right, you may get a few buyers here or there, but you won't scale to the numbers that you want past 5 to 10 to 15K per month through just posting more. Okay, your issue isn't that you're not posting enough. Okay, the issue is lack of strategy, all right, and lack of predictability, which I want to cover. Unless you want to waste 4 years of your life posting organically, we need to find another way. Okay, and this 4 years, it's not a random number. I was on a call with a prospect. He said he's been doing organic for 4 years, 4 posts a day, 7 days a week, and he was still stuck under 10K per month. And when I asked him how many calls he's booking monthly, he said 2 to 3 on average. I was like, okay, what the hell? Your problem isn't not posting enough. You're in the wrong opportunity vehicle. Okay, we got to change something, clearly. All right. He was doing he said he was doing like 8 to 10K per month, but most of that came from his existing clients. Okay, and them renewing, and then some of the in-person stuff he was doing. Okay, but he's been on the online grind for like 4 years. All right, and guess what? His videos were getting 500 views, 1,000 views. Not quite sure, to be honest. But then whenever he posted a video that actually went viral, guess what? Nobody bought because it was completely unrelated to his offer. And that is the dichotomy when it comes to organic. Okay, you either post videos about your offer, which get 20 views, or you post videos to go viral, which get thousands of views or potentially millions of views, but nobody ends up converting off the back of those videos. If you're just doing organic right now, then you got to understand that you have everything working against you. Okay, average reach rate on Instagram, 7.6%. I mean, that stat just speaks for itself, okay? And if you look, Facebook is even worse, okay, as I said. But that is absolutely horrible. Instagram organic reach dropped 37% in 3 months. It continuously goes down. Organic reach dropped 42%, continuously going down. If you already have a thriving brand and business, then sure, you can stick to posting organically, okay? Let's say you are one of these gurus. Let's say you're Alex Hormozi. Okay, you can continue to stick with organic. Although Hormozi did run ads for something for the school event, he ran ads, okay? But for organic, his organic, especially YouTube, is doing super, super well, okay? But that is because he's already built up the brand, okay? And once you actually get momentum on YouTube, it's amazing for organic, okay? It does really well organically. However, if you're not at that stage yet, if you don't have a bunch of cash to allocate to a massive media team, then it's just not worth it. And you're going to spend 4 years struggling, and you're not really going to get anywhere, just like the story that I talked about a second ago, okay? So you got to make sure you have a funneling strategy behind it, okay? Even if you're posting organic, you need a funneling strategy. Alex Hormozi has that funneling strategy. All right, but remember that if you're not making 100K, you don't have a massive media team, you don't have the brand like Hormozi, Iman, West, King Keto, Sabri Subi have, scaling through content is going to be extremely difficult and unlikely, okay? And the guys I mentioned above all still run ads, by the way, as I mentioned a second ago with Hormozi, for example, okay? So the way that we're going to be using content is not going to be to go viral, okay? It's not going to be to get huge amounts of eyeballs that aren't going to buy anyway, okay? It's going to be to make money and actually convert and to make sales, okay? Which is why I'm assuming you're in this business, okay? You're in this business because you want clients, you probably want to make an impact, and you want to make sales. Okay, you're not here for views. Nobody's here for views. Okay, a concept that you have to understand is that content that converts usually isn't the type of content that gets views. As I said earlier, okay, unrelated content does super, super well. Related content, usually not quite so much. Okay, and that being said, here's the system that we're going to be using and how content fits in. All right, we're going to have ads, on Instagram. Okay, you can run ads on YouTube too, but if you don't have a really well built out YouTube, I just recommend sticking to Instagram. Okay, it's way simpler, way more proven than YouTube, especially since most people do not have a YouTube presence. You need to have a solid YouTube presence before you run ads on YouTube. And then you want to get people consuming all your content from Instagram. You take them to YouTube and start consuming content on both of these platforms. You start conversations with these people on Instagram, and then you book calls through conversion mechanisms. Okay, so through stuff like stories, 2-steps, and hand raisers, through Instagram conversations in the DMs, through people booking directly from your YouTube, or through rest of the content web, which is literally this. Okay, you're gonna have Instagram content, Instagram DMs. You can have like SMS and email. You can have an opt-in VSL where you collect that email and SMS. Then you have campaigns going out. You can have a lead magnet that you give away in your ad, and then the lead magnet redirects people through YouTube. It gets them consuming all your different stuff. You have a bunch of content out, and the goal is for your prospects to just bounce around this web, not being able to escape it, build immense trust with you, believe that your product is the solution for them, and they're ultimately going to purchase. That is basically the strategy. If you're just starting out, you don't need a crazy content matrix. What you need is a YouTube, you need content on Instagram that as well, you need stories on Instagram, and you need some form of lead magnet to give away when you're running ads. And that is your basic setup. Afterwards, you're going to build out an opt-in VSL. You're going to have email and SMS going. You may also want to get a private community, but for now, just Instagram, YouTube. Yeah, that is all you need if you utilize these two platforms correctly. And then obviously your lead magnet. So the main point here, as you can probably tell, is to just get the prospects to consume a lot of you. All right, we have to educate before we sell, because that is what lets us have people pay us $3 to $5K rather than $200 a month. Okay, I hear a lot of people who are making 10K a month. They have 50 clients at $200 a month. Not really scalable. Okay, we want to have people pay us way higher retainers. Okay, and that way we're going to be able to not only we're going to be able to handle similar amounts of clients, but they're going to be paying us more, and we're going to be changing more lives. Okay, and the way that we actually get there is to educate before we sell. And the way we educate before we sell is literally through content, which is what I want to show you. Okay. Side note, direct response doesn't work anymore. Direct response is basically when you have an ad with a crazy offer, you pitch straight away, and you just tell the prospects to book a call with you. Prospect is gonna no-show. One of my friends ran these ads. He got like, I don't know, 5 to 10% show up rate, which was horrendous. He was getting like $10 a call, which was okay, I guess, right? But if they don't show up, it's not that great. And yeah, the direct response just doesn't work. I have multiple friends who've told me that it was completely ass. They didn't sign any clients from direct response. When they switched over to more of a value-based approach, giving away something for free, at the top of their funnel, they started getting a 5x ROAS immediately. It was for one of my friends. Okay, we are in a trust recession right now, and people need more proof and conviction than ever before to buy something on the internet. All right, a lot of people in the industry are just starting to catch on this too. So if you get in early on this education-based selling approach, you'll be ahead of the curve. Okay, and that is why I'm making this video. All right, here's a typical client journey with our approach. Okay, this is the typical lead journey. I can't call this lead a client because they're not going to buy. This is the typical journey with this funnel, with the direct funnel. But with our funnel, this is what it looks like. Okay, prospect is going to see an ad. They're going to reach out for a free asset that you offered. The asset guides them to start consuming more of your content. They're going to jump into your content matrix. They're going to start learning more about you. They're going to start bouncing around. We're going to engage one-on-one somehow through like SMS, through Instagram DMs. Okay, and then they're going to book in a call. All right, and content plays a key role in this. Okay, this is where content comes in. All right, this asset is content. This content matrix is content. When they bounce around, that is content. When they book a call, we're going to be sending them content to make sure that they actually show up to the call. Okay, and now that we know exactly how the system is going to work, this is how the system is going to work. And what platforms we're going to be using, Instagram plus YouTube, let's get into the meat of this video, okay, which is the complete content plan in 2024 for coaches to start to close multiple $6,000 plus deals regularly. All right, let's get into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the Instagram strategy, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into the YouTube strategy afterwards. Okay, so the Instagram strategy, I've divided up into 4 parts, this should say, but it's basically the goal, what the goal with Instagram is. Okay, what do I say? So psychological principles that you can apply when scripting. Okay, so you know exactly what to say, how to actually ideate. Okay, so ideation, this is going to be super in-depth, it's going to be super valuable. I'm really excited for this part. It's probably my favorite part of the video, because it's going to show you how you can literally never run out of ideas while still making them sell, while still making them be authentic to you and congruent with your brand, okay? And not using ChatGPT to generate ideas that just don't work, okay? Because those ideas, like, it's impossible to connect with your brand when literally the content that you script out is AI generated. Like, come on, people can see right through that. And even if they can't see right through it, they're just going to assume you're a super bland person. And in such a competitive space, like the coaching space, you cannot appear like that. Okay, not in your content, which is literally the main vehicle that's going to separate you from everybody else in the market. Okay, so that's going to be part 3, and then part 4 is going to be how to use stories to print cash the right way. I'm going to give you the exact stories SOP that you can use every single day, what sort of stories to post, how to call to action the right way, so that you can actually turn those story viewers into people who reach out to you, and then from the people who reach out to you, you can turn them into calls. Okay, so starting off with the goal. All right, Instagram is where we are going to be running our ads. Okay, or getting the most new eyeballs through if you're deciding to stick with organic. Okay, Instagram is going to be top of the funnel. That is where people land first before YouTube. Okay, the reason being is that YouTube is extremely good at converting attention, but most likely your videos won't get more than 500 views if you're playing the game right. Okay, if you're focused on converting traffic, especially when you're just starting out, your YouTube videos won't go viral. And that's okay, because we don't want them to go viral. We want them to convert the attention that we're getting into customers. Okay, so that is how we're going to be structuring YouTube content, which I'll go over later. All right, so the main goal with Instagram is going to be to build an initial connection and spike curiosity within the prospect to get them to check out more of our stuff, be it YouTube, be it our landing page, be it our community, etc. Okay, it's going to be top of the funnel, and we want to interest the prospect enough to want them to find out more about our brand. We want to give them enough value, enough of a inside look into what's going on in our YouTube, for example, so that they're willing to actually check it out because they know they're going to get value there. Okay. That means that your profile should be set up in a way that funnels your prospect down into your other content or sales assets. Okay, here's what I mean. Let me open up my... Okay, this page isn't available. Weird. Let's open up my profile over here. Okay, this is how I have my profile set up. All right, here I'm also adding a landing page link literally after I finish recording this video. Because I also made a new landing page, I recorded a new VSL, and that's all dropping. And what I'm going to have is I'm going to have one link specifically to my YouTube. Okay, and what this is it's a link with
what we started seeing
channel subscription,
is that there are some,
which is basically a link that has, if I go into Google, I know you guys can't see the full screen, but hold on, YouTube confirmation link. Somebody should be here. Okay, here, question mark, yes, question mark sub confirmation. You literally go into your YouTube. Okay, can you guys see this? I hope you can. Okay, you guys can't. But basically, this, when you take your normal link, okay, I'm just going to put it in here. This is a kind of my setter, so we're really inside look, but boom. Then you take literally this, you add it to the back, and then when you go into your channel, it's going to ask you, are you sure you want to subscribe?
What we started seeing.
Okay, and then after it asks you if you're sure you want to subscribe, you want to take that subscription link. Okay, so then you want to take this link. You want to go into open in app. This is very in-depth stuff that I'm talking about. Smart link, paste this link, generate link. Is going to generate you an open in app link, and that is going to make it so that this link actually opens up in the YouTube app instead of opening up on Google. And as you know, Google loads a shit ton of time. Okay, it takes a long time to load, especially on phones. And you're going to lose out on a lot of people before they visit on your YouTube. This is going to make open up YouTube in app. And the best part is it is going to keep the YouTube confirmation. And you're going to get a lot of subs coming in from Instagram through this YouTube confirmation. Okay, that is the exact link that I have in here. So there's one link, and then the other link is going to be my landing page. From the landing page, what I'm going to do is I'm going to collect email, I'm going to collect phone number, and after I collect that, I'm going to feed these people through a VSL. They're going to watch a VSL, and then after that, I'm going to ask them to book a call. Okay, a lot of people won't book a call, but that's fine because I have the email, I have the SMS. People watched a content asset from me where I gave away a shit ton of value. Okay, here once again, I'm redirecting to the YouTube. Very important. YouTube is huge for me, especially since now I'm recording these massive ass videos. And then once again, for your profile setup, client results, huge. Okay, testimonials, huge. All right, you want to have as much authority in your story highlights and in your bio as possible, right? 0 to 6 figure base, what does that do? It increases authority. Okay, client results, increase authority. All right, DM protocol for 76-page thesis. This gets people to start conversations with me. Okay, that is how we want to set up our Instagram. What did I say here? I said that we want to set up in a way that funnels our prospects down to our other content sales assets. Okay, YouTube is content / sales assets. Okay, this is content / a sales asset. The landing page is going to be content / a sales asset. Okay, that is how it works. And then once you have this set up and your prospects can easily maneuver between all of your different socials and pieces of the content matrix, you're good to go. This is very important. Your prospects want to be able to easily maneuver between all of your different socials and pieces of content. Okay, then you're good to go, right? And by easily maneuver, I mean people can easily go onto my YouTube from here. Okay, from my YouTube, people can easily go back to my Instagram. Okay, that is how we want to set our stuff up. I see too many people whose socials are completely like disjointed, and there's no link between your different socials, and overall it's a mess to get around. That is the opposite of what we want. Okay, here as you can see, content matrix, right, or content web. These connections, we want these to be as smooth as possible. We want it to be as easy for the person to maneuver between all these different places, because that is going to allow them to consume more of our content quicker, and it's going to make them trust us more. Okay, that is how we want to set up the profile. All right, this is key. It must be easy for your prospect to jump from your YouTube to your Instagram to your other assets, and that is the core of the content web. Okay, or content matrix. When I say content matrix, I mean content web. Okay, it's the same thing. Cool. All right, if your prospect doesn't immediately see all the cool stuff that you have that they can consume, you will lose them forever. We want them to immediately be able to see that, oh shit, this guy has a bunch of cool stuff. This guy has 1 hour long content masterclasses on YouTube. I gotta check that out. Okay, that is what we want them thinking. All right, you will appear just like all the other coaches who are just posting Instagram reels without a strategy, and you will be seen as 1 in a million, and you will get commoditized if you don't have this set up the right way. And commoditization is literally the exact problem we are escaping by putting this content strategy in place. All right, commoditization, for those of you that don't know, I'm assuming most of you know, you're charging 100 to 200 to 300 bucks a month. Okay, you're the same as everybody else. You aren't listened to in the marketplace, and that is why you're charging such little numbers. You're changing such little lives, and you're making such little money. Okay, we want to escape commoditization, and one of the vehicles, one of the mechanisms that we use to escape it is through dialing in content strategies just like this one. Okay, now that I have this set up, how do we actually start posting content? Okay, that is what we're going to cover. Now I'm going to cover what to say based on psychological principles from 2 billionaires that I learned a lot from. So in particular, there are 2 billionaires and 2 books that really helped me when it comes to business as a whole, but content in particular. All right, one is Charlie Munger and his book Poor Charlie's Almanac. And then 2, here's basically who he was: businessman, inventor, philanthropist, vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway, business partner of Warren Buffett, who credited him with being the architect of modern Berkshire Hathaway's business philosophy. Okay, worth $2.6 billion. He gave away like over $500 million to charity. Insane human, learned a lot from him. Read his book if you haven't already. And then 2 is Ray Dalio and his book called Principles. Okay, he's also an American investor. He's the owner of our... Yeah, I mean, he's the founder. I'm pretty sure he retired from operating that business though, but he founded it. He worked as the COO and as the founder, I think as the CEO for a bit as well, at Bridgewater Associates. He founded it in 1975. He's worth $15.4 billion. It's the largest hedge fund in the world. Okay, and there are 2 main strategies and mental models that I learned from these 2 people, which you can use to determine exactly what to say in your content and then how to position your content to convert. Okay, all while staying authentic. All right, and these 2 models are: 1 is Charlie Munger's 25 cognitive biases. They've probably heard me talk about. Okay, but later on, I'm going to explain how to use these in a way that I haven't actually talked about before. As I said, this video is going to be super in-depth. And then 2 is going to be what Ray taught me about how the brain works, how decisions are made, and how to actually create desire within your prospects. Okay, so let's start off with Charlie Munger's 25 cognitive biases. Okay, what are they? The cognitive biases are psychological triggers that we as humans have that drive action and emotional change. Okay, here's a full list that you can check out if you like. To get this document, you can DM me content on Instagram, and I'll send this over to you. But basically, can I click on this? I can. Here are the 25 cognitive biases. You can look through them if you like. But as I said, these are triggers that drive emotional change. Okay, liking, loving tendency. We ignore the faults of people or products if we like or love them. Okay, so we want to get our prospects to like us. Okay, we buy from people we like. Okay, is this sort of stuff. And then this paired with the second principle is literally almost everything you need to know about psychology to do extremely well in marketing. Okay, and what's really cool about the cognitive biases is that if you look at each one of the biases, I just have a few listed out here. If you look at them, each one of these biases brings us to a conclusion that we can use and implement in our content. Reciprocation bias, we should give value to leverage that bias. Social influence bias, we should show proof to leverage that bias. Okay, authority bias, once again, give value and show proof. Liking, loving tendency, share your personality. Confirmation bias, belief shifting strategy. Okay, also liking, loving tendency, give a lot of stuff away. People are going to like you if you give a lot of stuff away. Okay, people are going to like me because I'm recording this masterclass. Okay, confirmation bias, this is used when you're shifting beliefs and when sharing your personal values, and also stimulating the neocortex, meaning that you got to use different words to everybody else, so that your prospect sees you as a new opportunity and sees you different from everybody else. Okay, literally escaping commoditization. There are also more obviously like curiosity tendency, which is why we want to create curiosity within our Instagram page so that people want to fulfill that curiosity by checking out our YouTube and checking out our other content. What else is here? Let's just find a random one. The primal super reaction. This is loss aversion. You much rather prefer losing something than you prefer gaining something. How can we leverage this? I don't know, but I'm sure you can figure it out. Let me think about it for a second. So loss aversion, we don't want to lose stuff. Okay. This can be used by digging into pain points. Okay, because when you dig into pain points and you show people what they can lose. Okay, let me give you an example. You're a fitness coach. Instead of talking about what you're going to gain from an amazing body, talk more about what you're going to lose from being fat. You're going to lose your life. Your kids are going to grow up without a father. Okay, that is loss aversion. Okay, and that is why people react. That's why people are more motivated by pain rather than pleasure. Okay, that is a way that we can use that. Okay, or what else? Authority misinfluence. This is authority bias. Okay, we follow orders from higher authority figures just because they say so, just because they have the authority. All right, Lollapalooza. This is basically when more than one of these biases works at the same time in the same direction. Okay, which is why in our content, every single piece of content, we're going to be combining all of these. Okay, and that's going to create a Lollapalooza effect, which makes it way more likely for the prospect to start trusting you, liking you, knowing you, because these effects build off of each other. And the prospect is, as I said, way more likely to trust you, like you, and know you. Okay, that's basically what it is. Here's how Charlie defines the Lollapalooza effect. They occur when there are multiple forces moving in the same direction. As I said, forces combine, they don't just add up. Each force builds off of one another and strengthens the other, creating an explosive effect with huge results. Okay, that is basically what it is. I have no clue how to explain it in a different fashion, but Charlie explained it really well. Okay, that is why in every single piece of content, we're going to be using many of these conclusions. Okay, we're going to be digging into pain points. We're going to be giving value. We're going to be showing proof. We're going to be showing our personality. Okay, all these in one piece of content, creating the Lollapalooza effect. Okay, that is how you market using psychology. Okay, and then second principle, it's Ray Dalio on the human brain. All right, now what you need to understand is that there are two parts. Well, there are three parts to the human brain, but if we simplify, we can simplify them to two. Okay, you have the upper level, logical part of the brain, and then you have the lower level, emotional part of the brain. Okay, and this is a quote by Ray Dalio. Okay, he calls these the two U's, and they fight over the control of each person. How that conflict is managed is the most important driver of our behaviors. All right, so basically, every one of us is constantly facing an internal and eternal battle between our upper brain, the logical, rational, thinking part of the brain, and our lower brain, which is the primal, emotional, acting on impulse, and instinctual part of the brain. Basically, the limbic brain and the reptilian brain are our emotional brains, and then the neocortex is the part of the brain that evolved most recently and is responsible for thinking and actually making right, correct decisions. Okay, if you recognize the inner struggle when you crave a chocolate bar, but you know that you shouldn't, or when you want to sleep in, but you know that you shouldn't, that is the two levels of the brain fighting against each other. Okay, the logical brain is like, okay, you shouldn't sleep in, you should get to work, or you should get to whatever you have to do for the day. But the instinctual brain, all it really cares about is desire in the moment, and these two brains fight against each other. Ray Dalio says that this fight is the most important driver of our behaviors. And now you probably recognize, as I said, it's an inner struggle. Okay, it's very, very difficult to decide what to do when these two brains fight against each other. Okay, but what our job as marketers is to align the two brains on one single outcome. Okay, we want to get buy-in from the lower brain first, because that is how humans typically make decisions emotionally. So we want to get buy-in from the lower brain first, and then we want that strength, believability, and power to whatever we're talking about, using logic and rational arguments to then get buy-in from the logical part of the brain. Okay, and then people are gonna want to experience our service, and they're gonna know that it's the right choice for them. Okay, that is the order we want to do it in. That is how we want to do it. Okay, when we align the two brains, that is how true desire is going to be formed. Okay, because the action is going to feel right on both levels. Both the, okay, now I really want to do this, and then also on the level of, okay, this is going to give me actually better results in the long term. I should do this. Okay, because we're going to be using both emotion and both rationale. Okay, you need both. It's like when you're really excited for your workout instead of dreading it. Okay, that is how we want to make our prospects feel. Or when you can't wait to work, when you're for some reason just super, super motivated to get to work instead of wanting to procrastinate. These are the feelings we want our prospect to experience. All right, as I said, that is what we want to do for the prospect. We want to make your prospects excited to speak to you and excited to buy instead of it being a struggle and a fight between you two. Okay, and how do we actually do that? We start with a core desire, and then we add believability through rational explanation and proof. Okay, and we start, and we use this framework in every piece of marketing material that we ever create. All right, remember what I said at the start of this video? And then remember how I backed it up with proof immediately? Okay, let's just scroll back really quickly. how to use content to sell $6,000 coaching offers, right? Very common desire, okay? Then what do? I backed it up with proof immediately, okay? That is why you're still watching this, because I started with a big claim, started with desire. I engaged the emotional brain first, and then I went back and I also got buy-in from the logical brain later. So as a few examples, okay, in your ad, you start with a strong hook that's emotional, and you only reveal a guarantee if you have one at the end of the ad, or even at the end of your VSL, for example, okay, because a guarantee is more logical, okay, and you got to get trust before you reveal something that's logical, okay. In your shorts, you start with a bold claim, and then you back it up with client results right after. Same in your YouTube videos, as I literally just did, okay? And this is also something that I heard Mr. Beast talk about quite a lot, and I actually found a short of him talking about it, so I want to play it to you, because Mr. Beast is one of the kings of keeping attention, okay? And if there's someone we should be studying, it should be him, all right?
You click on a video where, of his, where it's like, Tether is a scam, and then at the very beginning, he starts talking about literally anything else, then you're like, oh, this is bull. This isn't what I clicked on. But if at the very start of the video, you go, Tether is a scam, and I'm going to teach you why, then it's like, okay, you match the expectations. So at the very beginning, match the expectations, and then you want to exceed them. So you want to assure people that what they clicked on is what they're getting, and then blow their mind and be like, but you're also getting even more. That's how you lower drop off, which a lot of people.
Okay, that's what it talks about. Okay, it's meeting or exceeding expectations on a crazy promise right after you get the click, which is exactly what I did. Okay, I gave you expectations, said that I'm going to teach you how to close 6K deals through content. And then I met the expectations by giving you a crazy in-depth video and showing you proof. And then hopefully right now I'm exceeding expectations by going into insane amounts of detail. Okay, that is how at the start you engage the logical brain, or at the start, sorry, you engage the emotional brain by setting a crazy expectation, and then you add logic and believability to the claim by by showing proof. So that's that. Okay, but now that you know how you want to structure your videos, how do you actually find content ideas and then script them to actually make money? Okay, this is going to be ideation, and also I'm going to go into scripting in this video as well, and I'm actually going to script a short form video live for you so that you can get to see how this actually works. All right, this is about to be some insane game that you only get in paid programs, so pay attention. This is going to be super, super valuable. Okay, if you don't like this video after I give away this process, then you are very, very selfish, okay? But either way, I'm very excited for this, okay? Because I paid a lot of money to learn this, okay? And I'm giving it away for free. All right, so first of all, what you want to do is you want to create your foundational messaging doc. Okay, this is my 1.0 version. This is my draft. So like, name, didn't have a name, vague message. This is a draft, all right, but you have like service pillars, how will I fulfill, and then you just literally spam a whole bunch of different ideas that you have about what you think the market might resonate with. Okay, this is, as I said, a draft, okay? Also scripted an ad here, but this is, obviously very, very rough. But then what I boiled it down to is this is my 1.0 version, foundational messaging doc. Okay, term acquisition, bespoke protocol. One-liner, main selling points, without statements, indoctrination phrases. Okay, so instead of system, process, funnel, I try to say protocol a lot because that is what I call my process, and that's going to make me appear unique. We don't just run an ad. That's another thing we like to say a lot. Direct response, copy and paste agencies, these are enemies. You're 1 in a million, that's also an enemy. USP is that it's custom and it's done for you. Guarantee, here's the guarantee. Personality tenants, right? Sharing personal stories from your life. Stories, this is the story that I told earlier about the prospect who was on a call with, who went 4 years organically without any results. Friends blowing 10 to 20K on direct response without it working. That is another story I like to tell. Pillars, positioning, you're 1 in a million, you need to be unique. Market sophistication, agencies just run ads. Pillar 2 is Instagram ads. Pillar 3 is systems. Okay, I'm not sure if that's too much game, but this is literally my marketing strategy. Okay, this it's my 1.0 version. I'm obviously like tweaking it, but this is basically the core of it. Okay, and you want to create something like that. Okay, just literally, I just literally copy this format, and I would understand what sort of main selling points the market cares about. I'd write them down. Without statements, I'd write them down. I'd write everything down that you know about your market, and everything about your offer. Okay, every little point that I had in there, I would put that into your version. All right, this will keep your message consistent across your brand and also consistent with what you sell and how you pitch your services, which is hugely important, okay? And then obviously, once you have this, you also want to pitch your services in the same way, okay? This is going to be the foundation of every marketing material you ever create, every pitch, every time you pitch your services, you're going to pitch them in alignment with the pillars in here. Okay, this is going to be the core of your market message. Okay, your messaging and how you pitch your product and speak about it in your content will 100% evolve over time, so make sure to keep updating this. Okay. 2, you're going to create a limiting beliefs / objections worksheet. Okay, I'm not going to show you mine, since that is literally the core of my marketing. Once again, I showed you this, but this would be too much game, since I'm literally breaking these beliefs and objections right now. But here's the overview and template. Okay, very simple. What limiting beliefs may your dream prospect have that would prevent them from buying your offer? You want to write them down. What empowering beliefs does your dream prospect need to have that would make them more likely to buy your offer? Okay, these are usually going to be opposites. So, for example, a limiting belief may be that organic is enough. Okay, but empowering belief should be that organic is slow. I'll get better results. I'll get faster plus better results with ads. If I have the foundation, right? If I have the foundation in place. All right, that is one of them. Okay, and then you literally just keep going. Okay, and then once you have these two, documents, this is the formula for creating a piece of content. Okay, you want to feed that data through the 25 cognitive biases, keeping in mind how the human brain works. Okay, so let me explain this. You take your limiting beliefs and objections worksheet and your foundational messaging worksheet. You take literally any piece of information that is in there. You run that through the 25 cognitive biases. Okay, and you figure out what you can say that is going to trigger these biases. And then you script out this idea based on these bullet points that you got from here in alignment with what we learned about the brain. Okay, so now I'm going to script something live to illustrate the concept. All right, this is insane game. Okay, foundational messaging worksheet. Let's just open that up. Okay, really quick. Let's start with become a coach, not a marketer. Okay, where is my? Okay, is this okay? So become a coach, not a marketer. This is what we're going to start with. Boom. Next, we want to feed that through the 25 cognitive biases. Okay. Where were they? They were here. Okay. Reciprocation bias. So we got to give value in the short. Social influence bias. So we got to show proof. Likelihood with tendency, affinity bias. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to show proof by showing that our client is not working much, but he's still making a lot of money. Become a coach, not a marketer. We're going to show that we took over his entire marketing and he's not doing anything. Okay. He's just focusing on coaching. Okay, that is going to show proof. We're going to give value by showing them exactly the process that we used to get there. We're going to share our personality. I'm going to say that I like to build out stuff because that is my personality. I like being in there and, scripting out ads, doing marketing stuff because that is just who I am, which is true. I like doing that sort of stuff. That's why I do it. And then confirmation bias. So we're going to share personal beliefs. My personal belief is that if you're a coach, you should not be marketing yourself. You should be focused on changing lives because when you're marketing, you're wasting your potential as a coach. You probably didn't sign up for coaching to be a marketer. Okay, and I believe that you will make more of an impact if you just focus on coaching. And then you stimulate neocortex, use different words to everybody else. So I'm just going to say the word protocol a couple of times. Okay, and that is going to be the real. Okay, in terms of scripting it out, I'm just going to script it out really roughly because I don't want to waste time. But what I just said should be insane game for you. So the hook would be my client makes X without marketing. Here's how. We built out right. So this is proof. Okay, proof. Then we're going to do value. Okay, we did X, Y, and Z. Okay, so we're just going to explain the process in depth. This is value and reciprocation bias. Okay, then we're going to go over my personal beliefs and why we did that. I like building out stuff. That's why I do it. Which is sharing personality. And then we're going to go over plus if you're a coach. You're wasting potential. How do you spell wasting? Jesus. Wasting your potential by trying to market. Okay, amazing. And this is personal beliefs. Okay, that is literally the short. Did I miss anything? What else can I do? Oh yeah, protocol. So this is the protocol we used. Okay, we did X, Y, and Z. Okay, which is the value. Very, very simple. Okay, and we just engaged a whole bunch of different beliefs. We're going to get the Lollapalooza effect, and that is going to be our piece of content. We're just going to shift the beliefs and align these beliefs and align our prospects' beliefs with the beliefs that they need to have in order to buy our product. Very, very simple. Okay, and then part 3 is script out the idea in alignment with what we learned about the human brain. Okay, which essentially means, as I said here, start with a strong hook which is emotional, only reveal the guarantee at the end. This is just a short, so I'm not going to be talking about any guarantees. In your short, start with a bold claim and back it up with the client results right after. Here, my bold claim is the client result. My client makes X without marketing. Here's how. And then we also deliver by giving the actual solution, by giving value, showing exactly how we did it. So we meet the expectations. Okay, and then we exceed them, hopefully, by giving enough value that we exceed them and by adding all these extra stuff on top of it. Okay, this is more logical. This is very emotional to get the emotional brain bought in. This aligns the logical brain with the emotional brain. I hope that makes sense. I hope you guys found this live ideation and live pretty much scripting fun and helpful, because this is a game that even in paid programs you don't get this level of detail. Okay, so I really hope this helps you guys. I might like cut out this part of this video and make a separate video on YouTube just to make sure that people see this, because it's crazy valuable in my opinion. Okay, but yeah, that is how you basically script out shorts. Okay. And YouTube videos too, by the way. You can use this exact same framework, except that you'd be going obviously more in depth into each one of these little sort of pillars of the video. All right, cool. And then lastly, what about stories? Now they know how to ideate, we know how to post reels, we know how to, I mean, we're going to get into YouTube a second, but now that we know what our strategy with reels is like, what about stories? To be honest, the more you spam them, the better. You guys saw the picture of Wes at the start of the video, him having like 20 stories up at any given time. The sweet spot seems to be about 5 per day. I wouldn't overthink this. Here's a framework you can steal. Wake up time story, client work story, which shows that you're actually working. Gym post, any thoughts that you have during the day. And then a call to action post 1 to 2 times a week, which can be an asset giveaway or client wins stacked in a post with a call to action. Okay. What I like to do personally is I like to add these giveaways quite often. For example, with this document, which is hella valuable, I can create a hand raiser, which just say, I've just created this massive document. I can like scroll through it, show what is in the document, and then say, if you want this document for free, DM me the word content. Okay, and I'm going to get leads flowing in. All right. Or I can be like, I just made this video, dropping on YouTube tomorrow. If you want to get it early, DM me the word once again, content. Okay, and I send them the video that you're watching right now. Or if you don't want to do giveaways, if you just want to do a straight up CTA, what I would do is I would have one story where you just stack client wins, just of insane transformations that your clients are going through, and the next story after that be, if you want those sort of results, DM me the word, I don't know, literally whatever. DM me the word protocol, and we'll brainstorm a plan. I can tell you exactly how we did it, and DM me protocol to learn more. Right? You literally do that, you're gonna get leads flowing in. Okay, that is the story strategy. Really don't overcomplicate it. Really easy, but really, really powerful. Okay, so don't underestimate it. All right, that was massive. That was the entire Instagram strategy. I really hope you guys found that helpful. Now we're gonna get into YouTube. Okay, once again, we're going to go over how to ideate, how to maximize eyeballs without sacrificing the nurturing capability that YouTube has. And then we're going to go over the strategy. So value maxing, and then the actual funneling that we're going to use to turn the viewers that we get into clients. Okay, so 3 ways to ideate for YouTube. Okay, what I found is there are 3 ways. Okay, one is the same as for Instagram, just taking the best performing reels. So you literally follow the Instagram scripting or the Instagram ideating framework. You take the best performing reels and you turn them into long form YouTube videos. This is literally what Hormozi does. Hormozi posts tweets. The tweets that do well, he turns them into reels. The reels that do well, he turns them into YouTube videos because he knows there's demand for them. Okay, that is something you can do. 2 is you literally list out all the problems your product solves. For me, it would be working a lot, no leads and no clients, having to post all day, not being able to focus on coaching because you're forced to try to market all day, etc. Right? If you look well, you should be able to find like 20 or 30 plus of these problems that you solve. And then each one of those problems becomes a content idea that ties back in perfectly with your product. Okay, so a content idea, just to give you a live example, how to get leads for coaches. I explained the process that I use to get leads, which is a part of my product. Having to post all day. Here's how you can get clients without having to post all day. Here's how you can stop posting all day as a coach. I literally explain my strategy. Working a lot. Here's how you can stop working a lot. I explain my strategy. Okay, this is great because it ties in directly into your product. Okay, and then 3 is you literally ask your audience. So you run an Instagram story poll asking you what your audience wants to see as a content idea. Okay, this is my favorite since it ensures that you don't waste your time and give people and that you actually give people what they want to see. Okay, so you literally post an Instagram poll going over, okay, do you want to see this idea or this idea? people vote for idea number 2, and then you test it against a different idea. Do you want to see this or this? Okay, and you're going to start to see what people want. All right, and this also gives you permission to literally send your video to the prospects who voted for that video. Okay, so if your prospects are like, oh, I'd love to see a video on content, you can literally go, hey, I just made that video on content that you wanted. Here it is, check it out. And you have a DM conversation going on with them. You can book them in on a call straight away. Okay, super powerful. Now, I also want to address the biggest sort of dichotomy that exists in the content space, which is how do I post content that gets views but also nurtures, okay? And I mean, personally, I'm a fan of making content to nurture more than to get views and getting views, and I'm a fan of getting views and clients through the ads, okay? But there's a way where we can sort of get the best of both worlds, which is what I want to show you here, okay? It's still going to have more of a focus on nurturing because that is what I believe your focus should be on, okay? Well, if you're not nurturing through content, then what the hell? But it's going to allow you to also get the most out of getting actual reach and eyeballs onto your videos, okay? So, as I said, never-ending battle is between making content to get views and making content to sell, okay? This part will be about how to find the equilibrium and get the best of both worlds, all right? And the way you do this is through making the actual content strictly focused on lead nurture, so actually what you say, and then making the packaging strictly focused on lead generation, okay? Making sure that you're not going too crazy and actually bringing in the right audience, but the packaging is going to be responsible for lead generation. By packaging, I mean, editing in the first 30 seconds, SEO optimized titles, clickable thumbnails, your hooks also are packaging. They are going to be optimized to bring in volume, which is the packaging, which is lead generation. But then for lead nurture, it's going to be the actual content, okay? If you look at this video, I'm going to package it in a way to make it really appealing and make a lot of people click on it, hopefully. But the actual information in here, it's super friggin' in depth, okay? I'm not making content to get, I'm not making content to get leads. I'm making content to convert leads, okay? However, I'm still getting the best of both worlds by packaging it the right way, okay? So lead nurture, right? You got to provide a shit ton of value. And then you got to sell the implementation, which is literally what I'm doing. And then establishing a human connection is also super important. Parasocial interaction. This basically means that the human brain can't tell between interacting with someone in person and interacting with someone through the internet. And that is why this sort of video is super powerful, because you're literally spending an hour with me. Okay, it's massive. Okay, so as I said, right, lead nurture is going to be the actual content. What you say in the content is strictly focused on shifting beliefs, following this framework for ideation, and then this ideation for YouTube, making it super, super valuable, and making sure that you're establishing a human connection inside the actual video. And the way that you get people to actually, see your content is going to be through the packaging itself. I hope that makes sense. And now we got to go over the actual strategy. So how do we turn YouTube viewers into actual paying clients? Okay, that is what we're going to go over right now. All right, so the strategy, it's made up of two main components. It's going to be made up of value maxing, which you can probably tell what that is, and then funneling. Okay, you probably realize by now that the way forward is through giving insane amounts of value, right? And that is why maximizing the value we give is going to be at the core of our strategy. All right, so value maxing. Okay, this also aligns with what we talked about previously before, relating to the human brain. Okay, so being more emotional on Instagram and more logical on YouTube, because people will land on Instagram first. Okay, YouTube being more logical, providing insane amounts of value. Okay, if I drop this 1 hour long video on Instagram, nobody would watch it. Okay, because people haven't built up that emotional connection. YouTube, people are ready for it. Okay, that is why I'm posting this video on YouTube and not on Instagram. Okay, there's not much more that we can say here except for the fact that the more stuff you give away, the better. That is why I am posting insanely long, insanely valuable videos now. I'm going to see how that goes. I might stop soon because they do take quite a while, but we'll see how it goes. I think it's going to provide a lot of value to the marketplace, and I think it's going to build a lot of goodwill with you guys, right? So let me know if you're digging these videos. And then funneling strategy. Okay, so my funneling strategy and the funneling strategy I recommend that you use is actually really similar to Iman Gadzhi. Okay, because I think that he does it really, really well. Okay, the overview is that you have top of funnel YouTube videos. Okay, for us it's going to be value maxing. For his, it's just top of the funnel. Okay, to get as many eyeballs as possible, and then he feeds everyone down to one main YouTube VSL. Okay, where he actually presents his offer and he's selling. Okay, I recently made a new VSL. And in that VSL, I'm literally, I'm providing value, but I'm way more focused on shifting beliefs. I'm way more focused on actually selling and presenting my offer and positioning myself as super, super unique. Okay, and because I have that one VSL that I redirect all my traffic to, this allows these top of funnel YouTube videos to be completely unrelated to my offer. I mean, obviously this is still related. I help my clients implement this, right? However, I'm free to talk about different topics that I think people will like, because I'm not too strict on myself to sell in every video, because I have that one main VSL, okay, which I really, really like. And I'm able to just value max in these videos. And this is where I sell. Okay, and then Iman takes it to a landing page where you can either book a call or you can enroll. For us, this is going to be a Calendly page, okay, or a landing page with a VSL on it, which then leads you to obviously book a call. Okay, so my YouTube strategy is just to post whatever I like and whatever I feel would provide insane amounts of value to my audience, like this insane video, right, and more full masterclasses coming soon. Not necessarily talking about my product in every video, because that would be super salesy and I wouldn't build any connection with anyone whatsoever. And then what I do is I funnel all that traffic down to the main VSL I have so that prospects can learn more about my solution, okay, and that is where I sell harder. All right, and this way I'm not forcing myself to sell in every video, but I can actually speak about what I want to speak about. Okay, that is what I'm doing in this video. I want to make a content masterclass. That's what I'm doing. All right, which leads me to providing more value, building a genuine connection with you, and actually getting more fulfillment from the work that I'm doing, because I'm not just selling you guys on every video. And then if someone watches the main VSL and if they somehow don't book a call, that's fine, because they're going to keep bouncing around in my content matrix, and they will eventually. Okay, content matrix, just to show you again, you've seen it a lot of times before probably, but I really want to, huge content matrix. People are going to bounce around in here. They watch your main VSL or your opt-in VSL, they're going to keep bouncing around. Okay, so it's not something to worry about if you actually set this up correctly from the get-go, as I talked about. All right. Now, that is it for this video. If you're still watching up until now, you're awesome. If you don't take action, I want to be really, really disappointed, because I put a lot of work into this video and I didn't put all this work in for you not to get results. So go out there and actually get results. If you actually do take action on this, then the hours I put into the creation of this video will be worth it. So make sure you do that. If you want us to help you build out your entire acquisition system, actually build it out 100% done for you, and then automate it for you to scale past 30K per month, including everything I talked about here, and then you can book a call. I'm also going to build up a video in here in which you can learn more about what I actually do. And yeah, I appreciate you watching. Really hope you found this valuable. More full masterclasses coming soon, and I appreciate it. See you soon.